I'm Sandra Sanchez. I went to Cypress High School. The reason why I went to Slick is because, I guess financially, just because, I mean, the U is a lot of, like, it's very expensive, and it was a lot closer to my home. I also plan on transferring to the University of Utah, to their business school. So that's kind of the plan right now, is just finishing with my associates and then going to the U. I'll be going there hopefully in the spring, next spring. So that's the plan, hopefully. Financially, it's better. Like if you fail a class, you can retake it and there's not this weight on you about how much the classes are, because that's the U, I mean, it's a couple G's, and at Slick it's just like 1,000, you know, 1,000 like 700. I think that's like the most I've ever spent. And compared to, you know, if you mess up with a school, like a class you don't attend, whatever, there's just a lot of room for you to mess up, and that's probably a really good option going there compared to, you know, the university, where it's like if you mess up, you spent like a couple grand going to school, and it's like that's on you or maybe your family. I think that's probably one of the best options of going to Slick. I chose business because, well, as my major, just because there's a lot of room for me to discover what field of business I want to go into, since there's so many types of, you know, like accounting, finance, and I don't know, just a bunch. Even I can't even name all of them. I just like that wiggle room that I can have, you know, as I explore the business field as like the prerequisites. I think that's just gonna be better for me, just exploring, especially at Slick, because I'm exploring now with the general eds and like foundations of business and accounting, and, you know, just exploring just that first level, and then going to the U, and there's a second level, and within that deciding and understanding which one is going to be best for me at the end. So probably diversity, just because at high school there wasn't a lot of diversity. I mean, there was a lot of Hispanics, whites, not a lot of Asians, and not a lot of African Americans or any other type of culture. And I like when I go to school, there's a lot of people from different backgrounds, and I get to see kind of in their mind and see how they view the world and what's their opinion about this, and it opens my mind a lot more. And that's what I really, really like, is that I'm exposed to a lot of different people, and my I don't know what's the word, horizons? I don't know, just my mind just like exploring and growing, and that's what I like most about it, you know, if that makes sense. I would have to say advisors, just because a lot of them have different opinions, different views of what they think is going to be best for you, and you are just this person who knows nothing about the school, nothing about the courses, and you're trying to get all this information from them and try to see what's going to be best for you. And, you know, it's not that great, because every time you go in, it's a different advisor every time, unless you commit to one, which is hard because they don't have the same time, they don't have the same schedule each semester. Sometimes they move to a different campus, like at Slick, and it's hard to try to stay with one, and every time you keep going to see this advisor, you end up picking a random one because that's the time, whatever time some of the advisors are there. And I think that's the hardest, because each one will tell you something different, and each of them will be, oh, well, take this class because it's part of the requirement, or take this class because it's easier. And that's really hard to take in consideration, because you're trying to get to point A, from point A to point B, and you're getting all these different answers, and you're just like sitting there like, what do I do? And that's probably the hardest, because I'm going through that right now, deciding if I want to take summer or if I want to, you know, prolong my stay at Flick, and having different people tell me, oh, you know, take summer, you'll graduate faster, but they don't tell you like it's a lot faster. The courses are a lot more intense. Take a lot of AP classes or concurrent enrollment, because it's going to be the best financially and you're not going to struggle as much, because in concurrent enrollment and AP classes you kind of learn how to study for things, how college is going to be like because of that workload, and how kind of strict and, well, how strict the teachers want you to learn things, and compared to a regular high school class where it's very leaned back, it's very chill, it's not as strict, there's not a lot of things to learn, which kind of hurts you in the end, because not just financially, but in the end because of the missing information that an AP class gets. An AP class gets a lot more in depth within the subject, and I think that's probably one of the best things about AP is that you learn a lot more in a very short amount of time, but you learn a lot more things that you wouldn't have learned in a regular high school class. So that's my last things I want to tell you guys, is that, you know, college is not easy. It's not. There's many mental breakdowns. There's a lot of crying sessions. There's a lot of all-nighters. There's days where you feel so sleep deprived, and it kind of sucks. You wish you